Jackie and her dog Willie. They've been training together for the last 7 years. However, Jackie first started agility training and competing when she was only 8 with her first dog, Shadow. What was it like to be the only kid in agility shows?
It was kind of cool. The thing about it is there are a lot of people in agility who don't have kids, in the dog world in general. And so they didn't really know what to do, so they kind of just treated me like an adult and not like a kid, which is really cool. And I don't know, I was never intimidated by the fact that I was the only kid. I don't think it really clicked. But then I did start the Minnesota Junior Handler Agility League, which we run out of here. I think they still run it here. But so kids from all over the state, and it started with I think like 3 or 4 of us from the whole state would come here. So junior handlers are under 18, and so we would run junior agility courses here, and that was really fun to get started. And I was definitely a little sad when I started to not be the youngest one at competitions anymore, because it was always like, oh look, she's so cute and little.
Tell us a little bit about Willie.
Willie, his full name is actually Prince Willie Wonka. So the Prince part is because we got him the day after Prince William got married. He became Willie Wonka because he's a brown poodle or a chocolate poodle. And actually my high school boyfriend came up with the name. I wanted to name him Charlie, but he came up with Willie, and everybody else liked that. And we got him at 4 months old, and he was at a place that we saw him online, and we went to go look because my mom has grown up with dogs and always was like, when a dog died, you got another one. And so my little Shadow had passed away, and she saw this one on the internet and was like, we'll just go look. But the place he was at was really kind of like a glorified puppy mill, so we didn't want to leave him. So I typed him out. I said that he would be a good agility dog, like running around with him and doing all these tests. And I said he'd be a good agility dog, and he would have kind of the opposite personality of our old dog, which is kind of what we wanted. And he started puppy classes right away, and then I went off to college, and so my parents had to continue obedience class because I don't need my dogs to like perfectly sit next to me or perfectly, be right by me, but I do need them to sit, lie down, stay, and come reliably, especially come. Like, that command can save your dog's life. And so it's very important that regardless of what's going on, he's going to come when I call. So he had to do that beginning stuff, and then for that first year while I was at college, and then we got to start agility in the summer. And I did some of the training at home. I've made some of the stuff, like out of PVC pipe, like my own jumps and weave poles. I actually now have also made a teeter-totter. But, and I have like a little kid tunnel. It doesn't have any curves because it's like that long. Willie, come here. And, but we started, and then, so we had 3 solid months of training, and then we went and did, and then I had to go to school. And so then it was kind of once a month he would get training, and then we started showing. And his memory, he loves it, but his memory for this stuff is just impeccable.
What's the most challenging part about agility training and competing?
The challenging part is they have their own brain. And sometimes they are just gonna do what they're gonna do. And they have bad days just like we do. And that's definitely a hard thing for the beginners to really deal with, because especially the ones whose dogs are normally good and then all of a sudden have a really bad day. And it's just like, something's going on for your dog. They have their own ideas and emotions, and maybe they're not feeling well, and so they don't want to do it. And but it's definitely, they do have their own brain, and sometimes they just choose to run their own course and do what they want and not pay attention to you. And so So that can make it hard because you can do everything perfectly, but they can still make the decision to not do what you're asking.
What's your favorite part about agility training?
I love seeing dogs get it, and I love seeing people get it. It's very fun to have new handler, new dog, and them learning to do it together. It can be very frustrating, and sometimes I just want to be like, let me show you how to do it, but I have to step back and be like, no, like, I'll just describe, and you can do it, but I love that. I love the people for the most part. Some of the upper level people are really intense, but I love having fun with my dog and getting him to learn and do different things with his brain, and I love that he loves it. We're gonna get back into competing now. We got a show Memorial Weekend on Saturday and Monday that my club is running out in Burnsville at Soccer Blast, which is fun to have the indoor turf, because then bad weather doesn't matter.
What are you looking forward to about your upcoming show?
I'm looking forward to the chance to move up to the highest level with him, because our training has been so sporadic, and we have had shows kind of on and off, and I've had injuries and things like that. So we haven't gotten to the highest level, and so I'm really excited for that, because it's fun once you're there. Well, it's a little boring because there's nowhere else to go. Then you just start collecting points, but I really think, at least in one category, the jumpers course will get it. The standard course would be nice, but we'll just have to wait and see what he decides.